What's going on YouTube? Once again, it's me, TimHyped, with the fresh look. It's the summertime. My birthday's coming up, so I thought, get an early birthday present for myself, for my family, la familia. This is gonna be another movie review with my friends.
Big Y Honky.
NexusProdgy.
How you doing, everyone?
You already know, it's been a while, it's been a week, and everyone's I'm starting to look for work, and I think I got me a job, kind of happy. Whitey, he has a job. Nexus over here, he's a lazy ass, so you gotta kick him out the condo to wake him up. But this is gonna be a good review. We're doing the trilogy of Christopher Nolan's Batman, aka Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises.
Yep.
So this is gonna be a long movie review, and I know you guys like this. I know you guys like the reviews that we do because honestly, we don't review, we talk, and I think that's what you guys like. We give our honest opinions and everything. So Nexus, aka Javi, he has the questions. We have the research. I don't. I'm lazy, so I'm gonna wing it.
I watched all the movies like 4 times this week each, so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So you guys, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Where's Rachel?
Where is she?
I'm Batman.
Batman.
Alright, so now we got that out the way. Let's do this.
Right.
So what do you want to start with?
We gotta start with
The Batman Begins.
Bruce Wayne. The Batman.
Yeah.
Batman Begins that came out in 2005.
That's right.
3 stars. I mean, it's a beginning film for a while. The Batman that came out before that one was like in 1999, 2000, and that was the George Clooney version because Val Kilmer came before. So he picked up the mantle, and Christopher Nolan gave us something that now we have to compare with Ben Affleck. Because just because we got the suit, doesn't really mean what we're gonna get,
Yeah. But, yeah, I totally loved Christian Bale's performance in all 3 of the movies. I thought Batman Begins was pretty good. I mean, I'd give it, somewhere around a 3.8 out of 5. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. What did you think, Javi?
Batman Begins is actually my favorite out of the trilogy.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah,
it's a bold statement.
It is.
I liked it better than The Dark Knight.
That's because it has Liam Neeson in it, and he killed a whole bunch of people.
And we all know Liam Neeson is the GOAT.
Yeah.
That, and I think I got Batman as a character nailed to perfection. In the second movie, it was more of a Joker movie, but in the first one, it was about Batman.
Basically, I'm starting from the bottom and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Starting from the bottom, he was a billionaire.
That's right. Billionaire playboy that wanted to learn how to be a thief. And then wanted to learn how to kick people's asses.
Yeah. So I think the whole world knows Batman's story.
Yep.
Parents are shot in the alleyway. He becomes an orphan, raised by his butler, yada yada yada.
Yeah, it's not like Spider-Man. How many reboots we getting?
Yep. Oh my God. Spider-Man.
I will still defend the Amazing Spider-Man.
I hate Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man was good, but I don't care about Marvel right now. Focusing on DC because why? Next month, people, October 6th and 7th is The Flash and Arrow.
Yeah.
they're back.
Everything. Oh man, we're gonna have some good podcasts over that.
Yeah. There we're gonna we're gonna do reviews, but there will be spoilers. I don't know
Yeah.
how spoily is gonna be, but this is all random right now. But we're gonna do something like that. Trust. Um. So yeah, you like the Batman. What the Batman Begins was what was good was how they introduced Scarecrow. You
Yeah.
know, and the thing like the guy just had a mask. He had a potion, and he just terrorized everyone. You know, he brought all the bad guys to Arkham Asylum. And, you know, shit was just crazy. What one man can do and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know who was the mastermind. But you know, still.
If I had to place Scarecrow on a chessboard of Batman pieces, he would probably be the Bishop. He's not a powerful piece,
Yeah.
but he can wedge himself in there.
I mean, like, he was in all three films, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't like thrown in. And the Dark Knight, he wasn't thrown in. He just got out of the jail, you know, and then he's selling guns, selling drugs, stuff like that. And then in the third film, The Dark Knight Rises, he's a freaking judge. Like, you want to stand on the ice or you want to get shot? You know, take your chances.
Death or exile?
Yeah.
I choose death. All right, death by exile. Great.
He's a good actor, Cillian Murphy. You know.
Yeah. He is. Yeah. He also played in Inception.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, watch that review that we did, Big White Honky and I, and Nexus. But yeah. So Javi, what besides like the Batman that you like from the bottom to the top, but like, what was the key moment? You know that made you like this film out of all three?
The moment?
Yeah, what was the moment? Or the scene, anything?
It was more of the evolution of Bruce Wayne as a character.
Yeah.
So, like, at the beginning, you see him angry and he's willing to go kill Joe Chill.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else does it for him. So then then you see him go away around the world, and he finally gets trained. And when he does need to take a life, he can't. And shows it through the progression to the end of the movie, where he has the choice of saving Liam Neeson or not saving Liam Neeson. And we see his choice, but you see the evolution of his thought process and how he's changed from wanting to be a murderer, wanting to kill people, to where he'll just beat the crap out of you, but he's not going to murder you.
Exactly. He'll never cross that line, and I love how in the trilogy, that's a continuing plot point in the movies, that he will not cross that line to kill someone.
Yeah, I mean, we all know he got his buttons pushed, stuff, but you know, to hold back all that anger and not to cross that line takes a lot in a person.
It does. A lot of
Yeah,
self-discipline.
You have to show patience.
Yeah, and you know, the evolution, you can see it in the first film, like what you said, you know, as a little kid, he got traumatized by the bats, and then he grown up, he went, I don't know where, I guess, I don't know, I'm gonna say China, but it's not really China, but, you know, he's in the jail, no one knows of him, except when you meet Ra's al Ghul,
Mm-hmm.
and he meets Alfred, and he goes to the court, and then he loses that, he sees Rachel, then he sees Falcone. Was it Falcone or Maroni?
It was Maroney, I believe. No, it was Falcone.
One of the mobsters. He seen
Yeah.
them, and then he didn't feel threatened, and he was like, "Fuck it, I got all this resources. I might as well put it to use." And then, yeah, he basically does a whole cycle. I think in the movie he took about like 2 years off from like reality.
Yeah, it's
Because he went back,
he came back from school when he was like 23, 24, and then he took like 2 or 3 years off to go travel the world and do that. And then I think he trained at the League of Shadows for 2 or 3 years. So yeah, I think he came back.
He was gone long enough to be declared legally dead.
Yeah. So
yeah, because you remember he did burn his wallet with his ID.
So I think he might have started off as the Batman around the age of like 28, 29, maybe even 30.
Yeah. Then he met Lucius Fox. And he was going, and Bruce Wayne was going spelunking. He was going canoodling.
Canoodling.
And I like how Lucius had everything he asked for, and everything was all military. And it was just in a fucking shelf, collecting dust. Like, so random.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh yeah, they wouldn't want to implement all this, but hey, it's just sitting here for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Yeah, and I liked it though, that like all his gadgets and shit like that, like this is basically he had like the old models and then he just built it up and shit, cause he had remember when he made like the whole bat fucking knife, not the knife, but
the
like
Batarang?
Yeah, the Batarang. He made that all by himself and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Sitting there on that little grinder.
Does it come in black?
Does it come in black?
Man, dude, that car.
Yeah, the tumbler.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how Christopher Nolan came up with that, man. Like that shit is crazy because we all know the Batmobile was always a lowrider.
Mm-hmm.
It's like mad. It was a long mobile.
Yeah, with the big ass jet engine on the back.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're like, fuck this. I'm gonna go have a tank car. Like, he's jumping off road stops.
I'm surprised the damn thing couldn't fly.
It did fly, actually.
No, that was the Batwing.
No, the Batmobile did fly in the Batman when Rachel got hit with the spray.
Oh yeah, when he jumps building to building.
Yeah, no, when he jumped through the waterfall.
Oh, that's not flying. It's more like falling with style.
Like floating.
Potato, all right.
Tomato, tomato.
But Rachel, wake up!
Wake up!
And then, nah, but that suit, fucking jet black matte, yo. Oh my goodness.
Wait, so which costume do you guys like better? The one in Batman Begins or the Dark Knight in Dark Knight Rises?
Dark Knight.
It's tough, man, because you will have to. I will have to see the image, because they all changed.
Yeah.
Not like a lot. Like the symbol was the same on the chest, but it was just like the armor.
Yeah, it was modified so he could
Yeah.
be faster and more mobility.
I mean, the Dark Knight Rises was a good one. Like that. It's just that when he was fighting Bane, and they were in that water was hitting the armor. It was just shiny. It was fuego. It was nice.
True.
Me and Honky, I think, have problems with the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. There's one big problem I have with The Dark Knight Rises. Other than that, I think it's a terrific movie.
Fucking YouTube. I had to reconnect again. It's awesome. I think the video doesn't work. Perfect. No, don't worry. No, we're gonna keep continuing.
Nah, it's okay. I got it.
Yeah, that's why. So yeah, continue.
Yeah, but like my big problem with The Dark Knight is Bane himself. I'm sorry, but in almost every iteration of Bane in the Batman series, he's never that smart. He's a big, brooding dumbass that can beat Batman's ass to a pulp. And in the movie, he's not that big. I mean, yeah, he's big, but he's not Titan Serum big. And I was very disappointed with that. I wanted to see a new iteration of Titan Serum Bane, not Adam Sandler in a mask voice Bane.
Nah, I mean, Christopher Nolan, he wanted to get away from the CGI, and he wanted to keep everything more natural.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy, the guy who played Bane, he was already in a movie called The Warrior, and he was training as a MMA fighter, and Nolan wanted him to bulk up, to just to have that more ripped look and stuff.
Yeah.
But like the mask, that took a while for them to figure that one out, because I had the Blu-ray, and it took a long time, because to fit on his face and for him to move talk.
Yeah, and breathe and all that without suffocating.
But I mean, I understand what you mean, him not having the Titan and all that stuff.
Yeah. Because
we all know that I think this Bane is better than the one with the Batman and Robin one.
Definitely.
Because that Batman and Robin one with Uma Thurman and stuff, they followed the book, but he was green. We all know he's whitish and stuff.
Yeah, he's pale, and he's got those tubes all over him.
He's supposed to be a luchador.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also a merc at the same time, so
Yeah.
My one big problem with The Dark Knight Rises are all the plot holes.
Yeah, with them piling all those cars up in that tunnel area.
That, and then, so we all know when Bane heists the New York Stock Exchange and messes up Bruce Wayne's company.
Yeah.
So everybody knows that they went there and they did something. But nobody can put two and two together that, so his stock just went drastically down right after this stock exchange incident happens. No, it's just Bruce Wayne making bad decisions. That's what it is. It couldn't be somebody tampering with it.
Yeah, even though that was caught on national television.
Yeah, nobody could put two and two together. Or, the government, we're going to have to leave our city be and not help them at all.
Mm-hmm.
But... No, continue. Go ahead.
Or even with the nuke thing. Oh yeah, there's just a nuke that blew up 10 miles away. There's not going to be any radiation leakage over here. We'll be perfectly fine. We could all stay here and live here for years and years later. We won't have to worry about radiation occurring to the fish and the ocean right by us or anything. We don't have to deal with that. It's just a nuke over there. We're safe.
Oh man.
Maybe if...
Not like the strong wind current will bring the radiation to us.
Yeah. Big radiation cloud just coming at us. No, we're safe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if they had said Gotham is no more, all that, and then they ended, that could have been the definitive ending to this trilogy. There is no more Gotham. And let's say, just for dicks and giggles, at the very end, they create a new megacity called Metropolis, and then Man of Steel takes place.
That would be pretty cool.
Well,
And then you'd have like a little subdivision of Metropolis called Bloodhaven, and they could have Nightwing.
Man of Steel did come out after The Dark Knight Rises. Came out a year after, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But
that could have been like the perfect build-up.
the thing is, Nolan. This was all Nolan's project. You know, I didn't think there was gonna be a Superman movie. You know, like no one thinks now. Like there's all these future movies coming out. You know, like Man of Steel is basically phase 1, and right now we're still in phase 1, if you want to say it.
Yeah.
Before we enter Justice League, you know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that Man of Steel did start everything, and now 3 years later, because literally 3 years later, we're gonna have Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and then we're gonna have the Wonder Woman film. I think there's another film after Wonder Woman, and then it goes into Justice League Part 1.
I'm pretty sure the film after Wonder Woman is The Flash.
Oh, don't get me started on the Flash right now.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I am so mad about what the rumor going around is.
What's the rumor?
That the Flash's suit in the new Flash movie is going to be post-apocalyptic gritty.
where you read that at?
It's been passed around and reported by multiple sites.
I don't know, that could work out. I mean, maybe.
Whatchamacallit, did you see the Alex Luthor
I'm trying to envision it.
Flashpoint Paradox?
Yeah.
But that's how they're describing the suit. It's a post-apocalyptic suit. Like, what the hell?
So it would be something along the lines of the Flashpoint Paradox suit.
No, that's just a regular suit. It'd be more like the Injustice God Among Us suit, where it's mostly just armored and everything.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, you see the Flash TV show, they have the suit almost perfect, and then you're gonna go to an armored look.
Yeah, as soon as you said armored, the first thing that came to mind was like a very light, pale pinkish color atop of metal, and I don't see that working very well. Yeah, that doesn't work very well at all.
Yeah, so... back onto the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
We all know the character that steals the show in the trilogy.
Alfred.
The one, the only, Heath Ledger.
That's right. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Well, we all know that there's only 4 Jokers in this world.
Yep.
You have Jared Leto,
Jack Nicholson.
The original OG from the Adam West. He had the mustache. And
Mark Hamill.
yeah, 5. I forgot.
Yeah, Mark Hamill.
Yeah. But we all know that's not the Joker we kind of know or stuff. Like, he took that role and he basically said, Jack Nicholson, I understand you were the last one, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it justice.
I'm going to kill myself while making this the best performance of my career.
Yeah, and I'm kind of happy people remember Heath Ledger for the Joker and not the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah, I kind of like it. Like,
I saw that movie with one of my ex-girlfriends.
Oh man. But
I thought Jake Gyllenhaal could have made a good Joker after seeing Nightcrawler.
You know who I think would have made a great Joker? The guy who played Green Goblin in
Willem Dafoe.
No, not
Willem Dafoe.
Not Willem Dafoe, his son in the movie.
James Franco?
Yeah, James Franco.
No.
Because if you look at him,
No.
I honestly think he could have made a good Joker.
I want to hear this. I think everyone on YouTube want to hear this.
Seriously, James Franco, he's got that sarcastic air to him, and I thought he played a really good Hobgoblin in the third Spider-Man movie. The problem with the Spider-Man movie was there's just too many villains, but I thought he played a pretty decent role. I mean, it was his first time actually acting like a suicidal maniac, but give him another shot, he could pull off the role pretty well. Because you've seen him with long hair in Pineapple Express. Throw a little bit of Joker makeup on him, he'd look exactly like the Joker. It'd be the Joker you'd think of, because when I was first thinking of him being the Joker, I was thinking of it being a continuation of the Dark Knight Trilogy's Joker. So, yeah.
Alright, so do you guys want to jump into the questions?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
So the first question is, what character do you think should have had more time to develop in the 3 films?
I think what sucked was they replaced Katie Holmes with Maggie Gyllenhaal. I understand Katie Holmes didn't want to be in movies after The Dark Knight. After Batman, but it threw everything off.
Yeah.
Because what sucked was basically they brought in Maggie and they killed her violent. Like on TV, they normally put people in comas or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, she got blown up. And it was made even worse was that she got blown up while saying, yes, I'll marry you.
Yep. Bitch had blue eyes. Blew right out the back of her skull.
Like, I understand, like, character development, but I kind of wish they should have just chose her from the beginning, Maggie. Even though they weren't looking at her, like, she's like a last minute thing, but I'd rather have her because then she would have had more chemistry with Christian and stuff.
I think the reason they didn't go with Katie Holmes for the second movie is she wanted more money, didn't she?
I don't know, man. And I don't even think she should have been a Rachel.
Yeah.
She
Me neither. She didn't play a good one.
At that time, she was still with Tom Cruise. So, like, Tom Cruise had her on the leash with the certain movies and shit while he was doing all the other stuff. But, overall, a person who I think that should have had more time developing is, I wish they mentioned Talia al Ghul.
Oh, yeah. Definitely Talia.
I wish they had her in the second one. How can I say it? As a love triangle. It would have been much perfect because the thing is, the third film, I understand she died in the third film, but maybe she had Damien in her. She had Bruce's seed.
Yeah.
And they probably came back. The assassins. They took her to Raish because we all know he doesn't die. He spurs out and shit. Bring her into the Lazarus Pit, and we all know how Damian Wayne is. He's a bad kid. I didn't see the movie, Batman and the Son of Batman. I didn't see it, but he was basically like Jason Todd went to the Lazarus Pit. He was a badass. He had to be trained and shit.
Yeah.
But for me, Talia.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Javi?
Well, I kind of wanted to see more development of Alfred. Because you see him here and there, and it's just him nagging Bruce, nagging Bruce, nagging Bruce.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to see more of a Earth 2 or Earth 1 Alfred, where he's a badass and he's out there helping him, fighting him. Like when, what's his face? When Liam Neeson comes to the mansion, all Alfred does is he hits a dude with the club, and that's all you see. But wouldn't it have been so badass if he just pulled out a shotgun and just starts blasting dudes?
Like
being a badass.
Like that one guy. What's his name in the beginning of the Dark Knight?
The guy that was trying to blackmail.
Yeah, Eric Roberts.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, when he pulls out that shotgun and starts blasting fools in the bank.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's not Eric Roberts. He wasn't in the bank.
Is he?
The bank teller, the guy that's like,
yeah,
you know who you're stealing this money from.
Yo, but that's not Eric Roberts. But I know who the actor is.
Oh yeah,
but...
that's right. That wasn't him. Who the hell was he?
Eric Roberts. He was the mobster. He was the one that Batman dropped.
Yeah, he was Maroney. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Well, I still don't know who the hell I'm talking about.
You're talking about the guy from TMT, the new Teenage Ninja Turtle movie.
Yeah.
Shredder's dude.
The shitty generic Shredder.
So you said Alfred, but the thing is, Alfred, he's not really nagging him. He's telling Bruce, like, listen. What I think is, like, look, you're making mistakes. You gotta sharpen yourself up. You know, like, every time you have a cut on yourself, you can't even do it. I had to do it. You know, you gotta be the grown man. You know?
What about the third movie where he just bitches, cries, and then, I have to resign if you're gonna be Batman again?
Yep.
He didn't even like that he read Rachel's note. You saw him. Like, he was distraught and stuff. And he saw that, like, look, this is Bane. He's a merc. He's a badass. He's younger. He's stronger. You're going up against a lion, and you're the little feeble mouse. You know, you have to know what you're doing before you just jump in there. You know, but sometimes you have to tell the person how you feel for them to open up their mind to understand, like, do this and then do that, you know? But yeah. What about you, Whitey? What character you wish had more development?
Should have had more development in all three of the movies, or one particular one?
All three.
All three?
Yeah.
I would probably have to say Alfred as well.
Yeah.
Whenever he tells a story in the movie, or gives advice to Bruce, I really think they should have given flashbacks to him. Given more exposition to his character through his flashbacks and his dialogue. And not just him sitting there lecturing him and giving him advice that you yourself have to imagine in your brain, but actually show you on screen. So that's what I think.
That'll take mad time though, because the movie's already like 2.5 hours long. But
yeah, but I mean,
but I do understand what you mean. Like,
yeah.
When I used to work in Geneva, and like when he had the story about the ruby.
Or
you know,
what was it?
I understand what you mean. You know,
Brava or
have a flashback and all that stuff, but we can talk about it. But then just imagine you put that in the movie, and it's just like it's a scene, and it's like, you know how people are like, oh, you just threw that in there, you know?
Yeah.
You didn't really need to, but that we all, you know, I understand. We all know what we mean.
Yeah, I just think it would have fleshed his character out a little more. Because I've always liked Alfred in the movies, because in the comics and the cartoons, he's actually a pretty good fighter himself, so it would have been kind of nice to have seen that at some point, you know. Him fighting mercenaries or burning a forest down. That would have been pretty cool to see at some point.
Alright, so what's the second? What's the next question, Javi?
Alright, so what thing do you wish wasn't in the films, in any of the films?
What I wish?
You know, what thing do you think, oh, they should have took it out of any of the 3 movies?
That's a good question. You know what? I think I'm gonna say. I know people gonna be like, nah, you wildin', but I want to say Catwoman.
Yeah.
The reason why is she was put in there. They needed a female role, you know. She had, I think she had a backstory, but it wasn't something that was like in depth and all that stuff. It was just there, you know. Yeah, she's a thief and did this and did that, but then to all of a sudden fall in love with Bruce, you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather have, like, when he was with Talia, you know, like, it was good, you know, a nice female role and all that and stuff. But
yeah, because that could have given away to Damien at some point. Her saying, oh, I can't die, you gotta protect me, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, the suit was whack, also, that's another thing.
Shitty cat ears.
You know, I like that she rode the bat bike, I'm gonna call it that, but no lie, she wasn't better than Michelle Pfeiffer, that's for sure. Yeah. She's better than Halle Berry, but she's not better or near Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. I don't even think no female can top that one. Unless
that was one good Catwoman.
I mean, one, she created the suit herself. She ate a fucking bird, people. Okay? Yeah. She literally was a cat.
That's right.
But
well, don't we all eat birds? Because we all eat chicken.
God, man, it's freaking high.
Bird isn't a chicken, remember? A bird is just a de-evolved T-Rex. I mean, a chicken is just a de-evolved... Sorry, I'm drinking, so fuck it.
So Javi, what about you, man? What person you think should have just not even been in the film, or should have had a cameo?
This one, Robin.
What are you talking about with Robin?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character.
He was thrown in there as well.
He was just thrown in there out of the random. I thought the movie didn't really need him. You could have focused it more on Gordon and Lucius and what they needed to do in the city.
And it sucked, man, because he wasn't Dick Grayson.
Exactly.
His name was Robin. Like,
and the thing is,
such a fail.
Right, you know what? Look, The Dark Knight Rises had the cliffhanger of a not of a century, but it was just like, really, you're gonna end the trilogy just like that? You know, he's in the Batcave, and the floor is rising up with the water and scene.
Yeah, which is pretty good symbology, but I mean,
can't end it like that.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta see him at least looking at the bat suit.
And you know, he did say, "Hey, I met you one time, Bruce. You know, I was a little kid in the foster home. You know, I mean, shit. I wish. Who knows? It could have even been Jason Todd. You know."
I was hoping it'd be Dick Grayson, because, you know, I'm sick and tired of seeing Robin in the movies.
There was only two Robins all together in the Batman movieverse. We had the Adam West one, and then we had the Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, but I mean, it sucked so bad. I honestly think they should just skip the whole fucking Robin arc of Batman in these movies going on and just skip right to Nightwing. No one cares about Robin anymore. Everyone wants Nightwing.
Well, he wasn't even a Robin at all. He was the original character. His name was Blake or something, Officer Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I remember reading a rumor online that when he was marking those little symbols on everything with the chalk, that he wasn't actually drawing the bat symbol. He was actually drawing the Nightwing symbol. And that's what made me think of that. I was like, oh, that's awesome. He could be Nightwing. That's fucking brilliant.
But the thing is, he didn't. It was a bad signal though, because the thing is, if it was a Nightwing,
Yeah.
it doesn't have the horns.
Yeah.
It had basically it just had a falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Head.
Which I never paid attention to in the first time I ever watched it, but after I saw that, I went back and saw it again, and I was like, oh, that's just a bat wing, or the bat symbol.
So I got Catwoman, and then Robin, and I think Whitey also agrees that it was Robin as well.
I'm gonna say Bane. Sorry.
Bane?
I just wish there was a bigger Bane. A bigger, meaner Bane.
He wished... You know what? Whitey wished that the Big Show that does WWE, he's a wrestler, he wished
That
he was
been
Bane because he's 7 feet tall.
Exactly.
And then he has the weapons of mass destruction.
That's what I wanted to see. I just wanted to see some big motherfucker go after Batman. That's all I wanted to see. I didn't want to see some bullshit calculated shadow tactics. I don't want to see some reincarnation of Ra's al Ghul with the mind of Joker. I don't want to see that crap. I just want to see a big motherfucker fight Batman. That's all I want to see.
Alright, now be honest. When they were in Bane's cave, right? When they captured Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
when Bane snapped the dude's neck with his hand, tell me that shit wasn't. Tell me that wasn't something.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh.
Like
Right,
he's intimidating. Like, I mean, all right.
He's always holding his shirt like.
Nah, not even his shirt. That's his vest, man. He's ready to fuck people up. Like that iconic fight between Batman and Bane was the best fighting since Batman v Superman. That right now, that is the best fighting. I'm gonna compare this to Marvel as well.
You're saying that's the best fighting of all time?
Not of all time, but in the last 10 years, if you do a
I would say The Raid and The Raid 2.
No, I'm talking about Marvel and DC. The Raid, I've seen The Raid, not really seen it, but I know the fighting. But I'm talking about with comics and person in person. That's the best fight.
I like Daredevil episode 2, that hallway fight.
Fucking asshole.
That was a pretty good fight.
You cannot mention a good TV show, man. You fucking asshole.
Got to. It's comparisons.
You said comics in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, look, alright.
You know what the best fight ever is?
What?
Squirrel Girl versus Thanos. It's so damn good you don't even see it.
You said the squirrel thing?
Yeah, Squirrel Girl versus Thanos.
Oh,
man. Secret Wars.
You said that already. That Squirrel Girl beat the shit out of Thanos, so it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it shows Squirrel Girl facing off against Thanos, and then it cuts away, and then it comes back and Thanos is defeated. It's like, well, okay, so I guess she's the most powerful Marvel character?
No, but everyone says that Black Bolt is the most powerful Inhuman because if he speaks, he blows up planets and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. So if he whispers in your ear, "Make love to me," your head basically just blows off.
Well, I wouldn't say he's the most powerful, but he's one of them. It's like,
No, Inhumans. Powerful Inhumans.
yeah, like I would rank in the most powerful. We'll just deviate from DC for a second, but if in Marvel it would be Black Bolt, Silver Surfer, Nova, and Squirrel Girl. Maybe Miss Marvel too.
What
So
about Sentry?
Sentry,
Century.
yeah, I could put him in the top 5.
Everyone keeps talking about that.
He's basically Marvel Superman.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he's like a better version of Captain America.
Alright.
Alright, so here's the next question.
Alright.
Do you think Catwoman should have ended up with Batman?
Oh
Or do you
yeah,
think Batman should have ended up with somebody else?
Nah. I think, you know what? When he lost Rachel, he had no one. Basically, he was an old man, living, 9-inch nails and shit. Had nobody. So, he seen something in her, and he was like, I might as well go for it. I'm not the Batman no more.
where is she? I think that if they'd have introduced her in the second movie, not much. I'm not saying give her like half the damn movie, but after Rachel dies, if they'd have given her 1 or 2 scenes with a little bit of dialogue introducing her to Bruce Wayne, and then have her end up with him at the end of the third movie, which ultimately she did, because at the very end of the movie, the very last scene before it cuts away is her sitting with Bruce Wayne in that cafe. But I mean, it would go along with the whole Brave and the Bold, the Brave and the Bold scenario, where they get married and they have a kid, and Dick takes up the mantle of Batman. And I think that would have played a lot more into The Dark Knight Rises and have made it a better film overall if they'd have set it up in the second movie to go along that route.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are your guys' thoughts on all the actors that have portrayed Batman, and which one do you think has been the best?
Alright. Well, Val Kilmer and George Clooney, they're gone. I already know you guys are gonna add Kevin Conroy. So you got Kevin Conroy, Adam West, Michael Keaton, and Christian Bale. Yeah, it's those 4. Personally, Kevin Conroy, he's the Arkham Knight, so till I see the Killing Joke, I'll add him onto like the Batman that is somebody.
Yeah.
But personally, I will go with Christian Bale, because other than him having 3 films, it was just he actually had a character development through everything. He had to fight and prosper through a lot.
Yeah.
He got his back broken. He got he was scared of bats. That he even had to face Scarecrow in the spray. He had to face so many people. Michael Keaton, and like the Michael Keaton's second one with Danny DeVito and this girl, that was the best one for him personally, cause Tim Burton he went all out on that shit. But
I thought Danny DeVito played a pretty good Penguin.
yeah, man, like no lie, I don't think like certain, like, alright, you know what, Danny DeVito best Penguin, Michelle Pfeiffer best Catwoman, and then for me it's Christian Bale best Batman, and then Adam West's Robin is the best. Tom Hardy Bane is the best.
Mark Hamill Joker is the best.
He is.
Yeah.
As much as I love Heath Ledger, Mark Hamill, growing up with Batman the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited, Arkham Knight, and a whole slew of other, extras that have come out with Batman. Kevin Conroy, when I think of Batman, he's the first voice that a picture coming out of that mouth. And then with Mark Hamill, that's the first voice I picture coming out of the mouth of the Joker. So,
You know what
yeah.
I want to see from Mark is him cursing. Maybe an F word, but I know he will give me chills, if I were to hear his voice, like, in headphones and shit like that. But yeah. So that's my list, and then now you guys' turn.
Definitely Kevin Conroy. Best Batman.
Yeah, he's my Batman.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like all the other Batmans, but until I see Ben Affleck as Batman, being the definitive Batman, Kevin Conroy will always be the definitive Batman for me, so.
When I read Batman comics, I read it in Kevin Conroy's voice.
I do the exact same thing. When I read Death in the Family, it was through Kevin Conroy's voice.
Yeah, we're gonna have Ben Affleck for 5 films, I believe.
Ugh, I hope more.
Alright, so this is a good segue to my next question, and the last question.
Alright.
Do you think this trilogy will be forgotten and fade after the Ben Affleck Batman films?
Mm-mm.
Hell no. the only reason why DC came back was because of Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Only reason.
Personally, DC was a no name in the movieverse. It was nothing. It was no threat.
Neither company were anything.
Like, I understand that, they're doing the whole animated stuff, but when it came to movies, there was nobody. There was nothing. Now, Christopher Nolan, he literally told anyone who was going to be Batman or to be Batman, you have to be this.
Yeah.
I understand George Miller, he wants to co-direct or co-write the solo Ben Affleck Batman. And I know that's going to be a phenomenal job because Mad Max, Fury Road, alright, that is the first movie I've watched in a long time that was never dull. And that was a 2-hour movie. But this movie would never be faded away. We will talk about this no matter what, because when the Batman v Superman, they're going to mention Christian Bale. They're going to mention everything.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. They're going to compare. Literally, they're going to compare. The suit. We have to see Ben Affleck's suit.
Well, I've seen the suit and I think it's wonderful. Oh my god, it's such a beautiful suit. I'd go out and buy it if I could. Yeah, but for me, I think that this series won't be forgotten. If it wasn't for this series, they wouldn't have gotten into the DCEU that there are now. After they saw how well received the dark and gritty Batman universe could have been, they realized that they could make a ton of money off doing the rest of their DC comics that way. So I don't blame them for going that route, and it's like a mile marker. So
Zack Snyder, he put his own touch on Superman.
Yeah.
With the help of Nolan.
That's right.
Yeah, and
Nolan the genius.
If you look at Marvel, if you look at the actors, I understand they look like the people in the comics. Chris Evans, he does look like Captain America. Thor looks like Thor. Wolverine looks like Wolverine. But when it comes down to the directing and the writing, they always fall short.
Mm-hmm.
Ultron is the latest one to fall short.
That movie would have been perfect if they'd have just changed James Spader's voice in the movie. Just made it deeper and darker and scarier sounding. That's all they would have had to do. Ultron was the main problem with that movie.
You remember what I told you guys earlier about that Marvel Studios split up thing?
Mm-hmm.
That was Marvel Entertainment meddling in it, saying he should be a little bit more comedic, a little bit more funny.
Well, I'm okay with him being comedic and funny. Just make him sound evil. Make him sound like he's gonna rip your spine out through your belly and floss his teeth with it.
That was a lot of people's problems with Ultron, that he wasn't the serious Terminator.
Yeah.
That he was from the comics, that he was funny and lighthearted. And that was ultimately Marvel Entertainment and not Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios that wanted that.
Yeah,
but I'm also gonna blame Josh Whedon though.
He was under a lot of pressure for that movie.
Yeah, he got a little bit of fuck because he had to choose between Thor and showing him knowing all this, or that Hawkeye farm scene. He had to choose between one or the other. He wanted the movie to be almost 3 hours long. Everything, but they wanted him to rush it.
Has Age of Ultron been released on DVD yet?
No, but supposedly it's gonna be on Netflix on Tuesday. I don't know what rumor that was, but the thing is, look, Josh Whedon said he didn't want to introduce Hank Pym because he knew the creator. He said, look, there's already 2 scientists. There's, Bruce and Tony. He didn't want to bring in Hank, Michael Douglas. But I think he should have mentioned Hank Pym. Hank Pym should have been mentioned.
Yeah. He should have at least once or twice.
What I don't understand is, in Winter Soldier, they mentioned Doctor Strange's name. They mentioned all the Avengers people's names and stuff.
Tim.
Yeah.
Well, you know how in Smallville they couldn't mention Batman at all? Because it was embargoed by Chris Nolan.
What?
It was like an embargo. Basically, they said you can't use Batman, you can't say Batman, you can't use Gotham because we're using him in the movies, so you can't do anything with him.
Yeah, I mean, Smallville was 2005 still.
So you know how who was the original director of Batman? Who was originally going to be the director? I forget his name, but that same man put an embargo on Hank Pym and Ant-Man. That's why he wasn't in the first Avenger movie, because he embargoed them so they couldn't use him until he did his solo movie. So that's why they didn't have him as the creator of Ultron in Age of Ultron 2, because they couldn't use him, say his name or anything until he was in his own movie.
That's why, man. You see?
Well, that embargo was in place in 2003 when they first started writing the drafts to the screenplay.
What?
Yeah, that's how messed up Marvel Entertainment and all that stuff has been.
Because if you think about it, Ant-Man could have been in Age of Ultron.
He could have been, but they wouldn't let him. They weren't allowed.
Not Scott Lang. Hank Pym.
Yeah.
He could have been in there. He could have created Ultron, right? And then Ant-Man. You get Scott Lang, cause you seen it. He got kicked out of his own company. Just
they kind of explain why.
I just thought about that right now, and that is a perfect setup.
Well, they kind of explain why Hank Pym was isolated alone. He was pissed.
Yeah.
He was genuinely pissed with S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything, and he didn't like Stark, so why is he gonna go kiss ass to his son?
Yeah, Hank Pym's a pacifist, and he doesn't like when people take his shit and try and use it for their own agendas. So.
Well, that makes sense that he isolated himself from everything.
Yeah.
Look at that, man. We helping out the movies that are freaking created. Like, cause it would have been Thor 2. then maybe you know what you don't have to you didn't have to do a movie about Ant-Man. You can do a prequel to Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And not like a big ass movie, like a 45-minute movie. And then you have Ultron with Michael Douglas as the young Hank Pym. Then, he created Ultron, then we could find out why he had all that hatred against S.H.I.E.L.D., this and that. Hey, bam, Scott Lang comes through with the win. Like, we understand Hank Pym is Yellow Jacket. Hank Pym made Yellow Jacket, like, as, if he were ever to go back into the game and stuff like that.
Oh, he could be Giant Man if he were ever to come back to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now...
Or Small Man.
Yeah.
Now, we done with Ant-Man, and now we're leading up to Civil War, and we already know who's on whose side.
I think they're a sleeper agent.
It's so freaking weird, man. I want to know why Black Panther is on Iron Man's side. That's for sure. I want to know why.
Wait, he's on Iron Man's side? I thought he was on Captain America's side.
No, he's on Iron Man.
He's on Iron Man.
Wow.
Iron Man has the big hitters.
Yeah, he's got Vision, Spider-Man, Black Panther.
No, he doesn't have Spider-Man.
We don't know.
Yeah, in the comics he was with Spider-Man, so why would they change it?
Well, Spider-Man flipped. He originally went with Iron Man, then he flips to Captain America side.
Okay, so they might still go with that.
And another thing. Now, I'm not talking about the thing from Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine should be. He should freaking be.
He should be. He should be.
That
He
would
actually
never
should have been
happen.
in Age of Ultron because he plays a big part in the storyline.
It will never happen. Fox and Marvel just hate each other so much.
Fox has their head too far up their own ass.
It's fucking stupid, man. Like, what happened to Scarlet Witch? She's not in the poster, and what I don't understand is how...
she is. She's on Captain America's side.
Alright, now
Yeah.
how Black Widow ended up on Iron Man. That makes no sense.
Here's the thing. She's a double agent.
Yeah. She's always a double agent.
So it would make sense. She likes Captain America better because she looks up to him. To her, that's the ultimate soldier. That's the pinnacle of the peak. That's what she wants to be. And you see it in the Winter Soldier. So it's safe to assume that she's a double agent and she's working on the inside for Cap, playing Tony, but really on Captain America's side.
Alright. You ever played on Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 2?
Oh no, just one.
No.
So the video game, they had Maria Hill, and they had Captain America covered up, in a circle, and they're like, "We need you to bow down and all this and stuff." And this is basically how started the whole division, pro whatever and whatever, but. I don't know, but I'm saying it right now. If this movie, Civil War, is not as long as King Kong, the one that came out with Naomi Watts, that shit was 3 hours long. If it's not 3 hours long, then the movie's gonna be shit because I know they're gonna chop shit off.
They could make it 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that, but
give it 15 minutes for an intro, and then
we all need a character development. All right.
Yeah.
Black Panther especially, if you're bringing him in, and Spider-Man bringing him in as well, because we already know who's who, and then we also need to understand why they're choosing sides. You can't just do something.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'll be easy to explain why Black Panther chooses which side.
Yeah.
Because he sees an African country neighboring his get destroyed and nothing happens to the Hulk. The Hulk should be responsible, so he's gonna agree with Tony's side saying, you should be responsible for what you do.
Because the Superhero Registration Act.
Yeah, so that's an easy setup for Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about Mark Bruce Banner getting cut from the movie?
Well, whatever team he's on, that team wins. So
They actually no, it's confirmed. He said it himself.
yeah, he was cut from
they
it.
shot scenes, but it's not in the movie.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, Hulk is, in my opinion, is about as interesting as Superman.
He's OP.
He's too overpowered. And so, yeah. His main weakness is the writers. That's it.
Yeah.
However strong they want him to be, that's how strong he is. However weak they want him to be, that's how weak he is. So.
What I want to see in Civil War is that they mention the street heroes. They mention Jessica Jones. They mention Daredevil. They mention Punisher.
They mention Luke Cage.
They mention that I want to hear him see him mention it, like Captain America while they're arguing. Well, what about these street guys that are trying to do good and trying to protect their identities?
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to give them up. How are they going to do what they do?
You know,
Just like a little comment like that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: 2006, Daredevil's gonna come out before Civil War. We all know that because it came out in April.
Yeah.
And
it'll be a
everyone
precursor
knows
to it.
Marvel owns May, you know. So you're gonna have Batman v Superman, and then you're gonna have Daredevil season 2, and I believe Jessica Jones. And then you're gonna have Civil War. And
Don't forget about Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Deadpool.
And then at the end of the year, you're gonna have Suicide Squad.
Yep, and that's gonna lead into Doctor Strange.
And I'm not gonna Doctor Strange. That was a fantastic animated movie. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this Benedict scrambled eggs guy.
Cumberbatch.
Mm-hmm.
Is going to pull off him being a doctor, you know, a sorcerer, and all that stuff. It's weird, man. I don't know.
I have faith in Marvel casting because they'll cast out of left field, and you're like, this guy doesn't. I don't think like this guy can do it, and then he knocks it out of the park. Like, who really thought that Chris Evans could be Captain America, the Human Torch, the guy with whipped cream nipples and a banana up his ass, and it's not another teen movie. That guy's gonna be Captain America.
And you know what?
Forgot about that.
Like, I think you know what it was. He begged. I feel like he begged for that role.
He wasn't the original choice.
Yeah, he begged for a second chance.
Tron.
Yeah, I know, but I'm that's what I'm saying. I think he begged Marvel, like, listen, I can change my acting. Don't look at me as the comic guy. You know, I can be that guy to lead that team. Just give me the shot, give me the chance, you know?
Mm-hmm. And he got that chance.
Don't Tyrese Gibson, he's begging online to be Green Lantern.
No, he shouldn't be Green Lantern.
Oh.
He's begging.
He shouldn't be Green Lantern. No.
First of all, everyone wants Ronda Rousey as Captain Marvel. I understand she looks like her.
Yeah.
But you know,
I want Emily Blunt.
I'd rather have her on DC.
I want Ronda Rousey to be She-Hulk. That's what I want.
Yes.
Big green Ronda Rousey.
TV show, and they're going against each other in a court.
Yep. That'd be badass. If you're looking at this Ronda Rousey, you should be She-Hulk, not Miss Marvel.
She has to retire from UFC. That's the thing.
Yeah, like Brock.
She says she doesn't want to fight in her 30s.
Not Brock Lesnar.
And guess what?
Yeah, The Rock.
She's 28, 29.
With WWE.
The Rock as Black Adam
Oh.
is going to be fantastic.
It is. When I heard
John
that casting,
Cena
I was like,
Shazam.
ah! I screamed like a little girl when I heard about that.
Who would you cast as Billy Hoyle? I mean, not Billy Hoyle. But
You'd have to cast two actors.
John Cena.
Nah, John Cena doesn't have black hair, and black hair wouldn't suit him. So,
Well, the Flash is supposed to have blonde hair, and Ezra Miller is far from blonde.
yeah, that's true. But I've only seen one picture of Ezra, so I can't really judge him on that.
He has the long black hair.
What?
Yeah.
Ezra has a long time to develop the Flash.
Yeah.
He could do not he, but remember that movie and Green Lantern, that is gonna be a lot of CGI
Yeah.
and quick movement.
The TV show can do the Flash, so I'm pretty sure it can't be harder than
But the
movie.
thing about the TV show is the budget, and they use the same scenes, but they change the background.
Yeah.
Like when he's speeding fast, they're using the same buildings, but different color schemes and stuff. Yeah, and you see there that they're always zoomed in on Grant Gustin when he's running mad fast. You know? So, but
Which is still pretty cool.
yeah.
Love that shit.
I mean, shit, man. You know, DC is going to rip Marvel a new one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but like, the DC is basically saying, listen, we don't need 9 films to make one Avengers film. You know.
Well, I made this prediction, way back before they started showing all these pictures in the trailers for Batman vs Superman. But I said that by Infinity Wars 1, Marvel will start to go downhill, and DC will start to take up that mantle. So, yeah, it's gonna happen. People don't believe it, but it is gonna happen. Marvel will start to go downhill right around Infinity Wars.
I don't know about that. I think it'll be basically dick measuring, like how the comics are. Like,
Yeah.
1 month DC's doing better, and then the other month Marvel's doing better. I think like the movies will end up doing that. Or this movie will do better than this movie, but then the next movie Marvel's doing better than DC, and then etc. etc.
Here's the thing about DC. They don't need movies. They have their TV shows.
And the cartoons.
Well, Marvel's killing it with that Netflix series.
Yeah.
But that's one hit. You know, that's just one.
I'm sorry, but Gotham should not count as a TV series. That is trash.
It is. You know what the one thing I was hoping for with Gotham? I was hoping they would delve into the Waynes. Not, oh, here's another story about, Batman or whatever. Just, in everything you hear about the, Batman's storyline, it's always, oh, here's his parents, they die. Why the fuck can't we get an actual storyline of his parents and find out what kind of people they were aside from just being rich and kind?
We did get that in Batman Begins for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but, I mean, I wanted at least... I wanted the whole first season to have them, and then them die on the first season. That's what I wanted.
Not the first 5 minutes of an episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Michelle Pfeiffer is stealing milk. Little Michelle Pfeiffer.
Stealing milk.
But I know, like, this is a good talk. It's an hour plus.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It's like 2.
I'm talking about the YouTube video.
Oh.
Okay.
But YouTube, I think you guys are understanding, because you guys are watching this. Unless you watch like 3 minutes of it, but if you watch all of this,
You're a trooper.
you'll see that like this is no review. This is basically a discussion on what is happening in the future.
We might as well call them podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the title.
I call them movie
Well,
talks.
we usually call it just movie talks, but We just go off topic and random. Might as well call it a podcast.
Podcast with everyone.
Podcast.
But yes, so YouTube, I think you guys had enough of us, I'm gonna say, you know. We're probably gonna continue talking behind the scenes and everything like that. The videos will be up later on, you know, either Sunday or during the week and stuff like that, you know. We all know it's Labor Day weekend, and we all know you guys want to enjoy the barbecues and shit like that. So, once again, I'm TimHyped with my friends
Big Y Honky.
NexusProdgy.
Make sure to follow twitch.tv/NexusProdgy and his Twitter, NexusProdgy, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, Big Y Honky, and obviously myself, TimHyped, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So once again, YouTube, we'll see you very soon, and another podcast, True Movies Talk, will be happening. All right.
Have a good one, everyone.
Stay classy.